Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place.
With the surprising popularity of the Fallout Amazon Prime series, it's natural to assume that Bethesda and Microsoft would capitalize on some of that hype with some form of new game or content. Instead, we only got a few new updates to previous titles, but where does the franchise go from here? In this video, we'll go through all the news and rumors that we've gotten about where the franchise is heading next, including mod projects, potential remasters, and even a brand new Fallout game that may be releasing way sooner than we think. Starting with the source of all the new attention, Amazon's phenomenal Fallout TV series has gotten a few notable updates since its season finale. Grant Wagner, the show's producer, had an interview with The Hollywood Reporter where he spoke about the ideal number of seasons for the Fallout series. Wagner stated, "We've talked about 1 billion seasons as a jokey way to evade the question because we don't control that. We've talked about 3 seasons and we've talked about 5 seasons. Given the success of the show, 5 is suddenly feeling a little bit more appealing. So this means we could potentially see more than 2 seasons of the show, similar to Prime Video's other notable series like The Boys and Invincible. Multiple seasons is also more likely as the show has received 17 Emmy nominations this year, making it one of the biggest shows the platform has ever seen." Wagner also alluded to season 2 coming along faster than we expect. He states, "We're going as fast as we possibly can. We have sets, assets, visual effects that are already done. We're hitting the ground running this season." This also ties into new info we've received about season 2's progress. A couple months ago, we got some updates on the progress the showrunners have with season 2, courtesy of an interview Amazon MGM Studios head Vernon Sanders had with The Wrap. When asked about how season 2 is shaping up, Sanders said, "We already have scripts in hand for season 2, so we're really far ahead because we knew we had something special all along. It's premature for me to give you a release date, but I will tell you, we're working hard to be back as fast as possible." Sanders was also asked about potential spin-offs of the series, to which he replied, "We're in all sorts of conversations about what the future looks like, but we definitely think Fallout is a multi-season show that can go in a lot of different directions." Now, this statement neither confirms nor denies the potentiality of a spin-off series, so there's definitely a possibility considering how massive the world of Fallout is. I mean, there's tales for absolutely everything. We could see tales from New Vegas, even little side quests from New Vegas that we got into the game that we can also see play out in a separate TV series. Who knows? While Sanders did not give a release window, outlets like GameSpot speculate we could see a 2026 release date if filming begins in 2025. Overall, the future is looking bright for the TV series, but where does that leave Bethesda and Microsoft with the games? In terms of official games, we don't have that much going on right now at the moment, and it looks like that might change sooner than we expected with the mystery sequel that we could get soon. But first, let's look at what every fan of the games has clamored for years: remasters and remakes. Starting with the original Fallout 1 and 2, which many have asked for remakes of for years. Unfortunately, it seems like we won't ever get these in any official capacity. Todd Howard was recently interviewed by YouTuber Mr. Matty Plays, where he ended up dispelling any rumors of potential remakes of the Interplay games. Howard was asked about the original games and he had this to say.
Ways. Have you ever considered like modernizing these in any way? Because I know it's a little bit of a tougher get because, this is such an old project, but whether it be on PC or consoles, has there ever been a consideration of modernizing them, making them more beginner friendly? Have you ever thought about that?
Well, look, love the question and agree with a lot of what you said. A main priority for us is to make sure they're available and you can still play them. Priority is, hey, can people load it up and play it? And I do think we want it to load up and run well. The rest of it, like I could argue, I think some of the charm of games, from that area in the original Fallouts is a little bit of that age.
That statement right there tells us Bethesda has no plans to ever remake the original games by Interplay, at least within their own studios. Even though Todd destroyed our hopes of official remakes of the older Fallout games, we could still see fan remakes. And where does that leave the old Bethesda Obsidian Fallouts though? In regards to games like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, we can look at an old ZeniMax presentation created for Microsoft. This was dated back in July of 2020, before Microsoft's acquisition of ZeniMax Media, leading to Bethesda Game Studios being under the Microsoft umbrella. Here we can see ZeniMax's game release forecasts and of their in-development titles. Some of these games have actually been revealed even very recently. Games like Doom Year Zero, which we now know as Doom the Dark Ages, and the Starfield DLC, Shattered Space, that was revealed in this year's Xbox Games Showcase. A lot of these listings have been correct, just with different release schedules that could have been impacted by the pandemic. The main focus here is the listing of a Fallout 3 remaster. Fallout 3 was never ruled out by Bethesda or Todd Howard for a remaster or a remake, so we could see something akin to a Skyrim Special Edition or Skyrim Anniversary Edition, allowing Fallout 3 to release on modern consoles and PC, along with better mod support. This is just speculation, but the remaster could have been canceled, but it could also just have been delayed, similar to the rest of the titles listed. But what about Fallout New Vegas? Could that get remastered or remade? What if I told you we could get a sequel to the game and way sooner than you think? During all the initial hype from the TV show's release, we got a rumor from a credible insider that would make every longtime fan of the series go crazy with excitement. The insider, named Jez Corden, has been a long-time source of information regarding Microsoft. He would speak on the popularity of the Fallout show in his Xbox 2 podcast, in which he stated that Xbox is aware of the hype around the franchise and that Microsoft may be looking to start the development process of a new Fallout game, which Corden said could involve outsourcing the IP to other developers if need be.
I hit it up. They're currently formulating plans on how to get the next Fallout here for us sooner rather than later. It's for it.
Well, okay, who would make the game? Certainly not Bethesda. It would have to be somebody else.
That's what they're talking about right now.
So
from what I understand.
So suggesting that they would shelve Elder Scrolls to start working on Fallout 5?
No.
Instead?
I'm suggesting someone else is going to build Fallout
Someone
5.
else at Bethesda would come in and make a Fallout 5.
Not
Would
necessarily
it be
Bethesda.
Fallout 5 or would it be Fallout City?
It might be Fallout City.
This information stirred up many fans and led to speculation that Microsoft could outsource the next Fallout game to none other than Obsidian, who is also under the Microsoft umbrella now. Even though it may seem like wishful thinking, Obsidian has stated many times throughout the years that they would love to work on the Fallout series again. However, Obsidian is also busy with titles like Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2, so they could end up passing on the project. But now that we've talked about all the games we could be officially getting from Bethesda, let's look at some mod projects that may as well be official games of their own, including one massive project you can play right now. The first mod project we can look at is Fallout Cascadia, a total conversion mod project that brings us to the Pacific wasteland of Seattle as a new protagonist, completely separate from the sole survivor. This project has been in development for roughly over 7 years. Its protagonist is known as the Drifter. In the mod, you'll be exploring the Pacific wasteland with vast custom-made forests, rainy swamps, new creature variants, new factions, and a returning NCR. From what we've seen so far, the environments are kind of this sleepy feeling that the settlements and the locations have, kind of a dreary, grayish sense of environment, if you will. The world space is set to be one of the biggest in the series, and we'll see the return of classic gameplay systems like skills and traits, expanded dialogue choices, and equipment durability. The latest project update was about 4 or 5 months ago with the environments trailer and an update regarding the next gen update. The team states on their latest Discord update that the project is essentially future-proofed from major updates like the next gen update. The project will also not be hindered by the next gen update. So far, we have no release date or window as of yet, as fan projects take longer due to developers being volunteers instead of paid developers. Of course, that means it'll be announced when it's ready, just as most projects are. The reason I'm excited for this project is we get to return to an environment that we could have had years ago. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Fallout Online game that was supposed to release way back when. That would have taken place in Seattle, and we've seen concept art of it, and it has many large cityscapes that would have been very cool to explore. And now I'm glad we're getting that opportunity with this mod project. I really hope it turns out well, and I wish the development team great success in the future. Hopefully they can get this out as soon as possible. Another large mod project I'm extremely excited to release takes us to a location that is a stark difference from any Fallout location we've seen before: Miami Beach, Florida. Fallout Miami is another total conversion mod set in Miami, Florida. The overarching theme is a struggle between order and freedom within the story. In the project, you'll explore a tropical wasteland of Miami Beach, which features new creatures like the Snapjaw, a deathclaw-like mutated gator, and Mingos, mutated flamingos. You explore exotic environments like coastal beaches, tropical wilds, and beach city areas. There will be new factions and a returning faction, the Enclave. This project also brings back the fan favorite faction reputation system seen in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which may or may not cut off locations from being accessed by the player. Player choice is also a heavy focus in this project. Multiple quest outcomes will be based on your decisions. The latest update for this project was also about 5 months ago with an environment trailer. The devs are more visible, I will say, than most large-scale mod devs. The team does a development stream about once a month to give insight into their progress, and their Discord even has a teaser channel where the team shares small teasers of assets, locations, and other things very often. Again, this one has no set release date or window. As I've said before, most mod developers are simply volunteers and they do not get paid for their work. I'm excited for this project because this also brings us to a locale we've never seen. We get to explore beaches in Fallout, which we got some of that in Fallout 4, but not really to the extent that Fallout Miami is going to bring us to. And from seeing the various weapons and new enemies and the factions that they're bringing into the game, I'm incredibly excited to see this fresh take on the franchise. And hopefully we actually get to see this explored one day through Bethesda officially as well. While we may not be getting any official remakes from Bethesda for now, we can look to mod authors for hope. A great example is yet another total conversion mod, this time a full-on remake project of the fan favorite Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4 New Vegas seeks to recreate Fallout New Vegas within Fallout 4's engine. The project has also been in development for 7+ years. Similar to Cascadia and other mod projects, the next-gen update did not impede on this project's progress. According to the team, the DLC will not be remade for this project, at least initially. Hopefully they do get that done because I actually have not played the Fallout New Vegas DLCs except Dead Money, so hopefully we get to see those remade in this project. The project will have multiple notable new features, including the New Vegas skill system returning. Player housing will use the settlement system for customization that we've seen in Fallout 4. There will be integration of some select cut content, and there will be a post-ending gameplay. So no new quests, but the player can revisit unplayed side quests and explore the world further after the story has been completed. The team releases occasional standalone mods to add weapons, armor, and etc. to your mod lists. For example, the latest releases are the Nuka Breaker and Rebar Club and the Trail Carbine. Trail Carbine was announced and shown just a few months ago. The developers are also relatively visible. Updates are pretty sparse, but the dev streams occur from time to time. Questions on the project are usually answered very quickly within the Discord by the project team members and/or moderators. This one also, unsurprisingly, has no set release date or window, and I'm very excited for this project because Fallout New Vegas is my favorite game of all time and my favorite entry in the Fallout series. So putting it in the engine of Fallout 4, which has the best gunplay of the Fallout series so far, is like a dream come true to me. And having better graphics, which I'm sure they'll add graphics mods as well to this project, I am completely ecstatic for them to remake one of the greatest games of all time to me in Fallout 4's engine. So I'm really excited to see where this project goes. Though every large scale mod project mentioned, and even ones I haven't mentioned in this video, are still in development, we do have one project that you can play right now, and it is the recently released Fallout London. Fallout London released officially on July 25th of this year, and it takes players to the post-apocalyptic United Kingdom in 2237, right in between the events of Fallout 1 and 2, and 50 years before the events of Fallout 4. This mod project is completely different from Fallout 4 in terms of gameplay, as melee weapons are the basis of the mod. The team states that this is not due to real-world gun laws in the UK, rather it's a simple design choice for them. In their eyes, it makes the mod much more difficult than the Fallout 4 base game, and also makes it stand out from other mod projects as well. The story is engaging, and new factions, characters, and enemies are interesting and entertaining. From the likes of the Thames folk to new enemies like foxes or factions like the Camelot, these make the project feel like a fully fleshed out spin-off of its own ilk apart from anything in Fallout 4, akin to more like a Fallout New Vegas versus Fallout 3 type of situation where there's a distinct difference between the two games, but they're both made in the same engine. I will likely make an entirely separate video for this mod project as I continue to play more of it. I don't have much time in it right now. I'm just about over 10 hours played. Hopefully I'm going to be playing some more, and you can find that on my streams at The Gaming Addict on Twitch. And there you have it. The future of the Fallout franchise is as unpredictable as the wasteland itself. With exciting developments in the Amazon series, potential remasters, and a promising mod project, there's no shortage of ways for fans to immerse themselves in this beloved universe. Whether Bethesda and Microsoft choose to revive classic games, release a new title, or leave the future of the series in the hands of passionate modders, one thing is certain: the Fallout world will continue to captivate and surprise us. If you're as excited as I am about what's coming next, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any updates. I've got plenty more Fallout content on the way, so make sure you stay tuned. If you want to see another Fallout video from me, you can check out this video about me making a Fallout 4 Ultimate Edition using my very own mod list that I created myself. So if you want to check that out, click here. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.